Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 13th to June 19th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To dive deeper into what the week holds for you, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. On June 13th, Mercury, which rules messages and the mind, enters its home sign of Gemini. On June 14th, there's a strawberry supermoon in Sagittarius, which inspires adventure and expansion of the mind. And this reading explores those themes. In this first column, we get a message from your unconscious mind. We have Garden of Venus, Rest and Renewal. You have Lovers, Four of Coins, and Star. In the middle column, we get a message from your higher self. It says Moth Spirit, Surrender Now. You have Ace of Cups, King of Cups, Seven of Cups, and in the third column, we find out where your truth is leading you. You have this Aquarius Collaborate card. You also have Faith or the Hierophant, Page of Cups, and Nine of Cups. So, looks like a lot of cups. And we've got Lovers is a major arcana, Star, and Faith or the Hierophant. So it seems like relationships, healing, and connection with a higher power or a higher spirituality, higher sense of your place in the universe is kind of calling out here. So with this Garden of Venus, Rest and Renewal, it's a card of, being at a place where you can really focus on yourself, perhaps, whatever it is that helps you to relax, to kind of re-energize and to kind of heal and focus on self-care. You have the Star here, and that is also a card of balance and of healing, and that will bring about certain sense of clarity. So here with the Four of Coins, it is a sense of structure and foundation in the material world. So it can be an indication to make sure that you're kind of taking care of yourself in terms of your mind, body, spirit, your heart, and focusing on maybe even like hydration, making sure you're healthy, making sure that you also really enjoy your surroundings and really take in your environment. And here, there's this is very much a card of self, your higher self, your connection to what you believe is important in terms of your long-term happiness. With the Lovers card as well, it could be like a joint kind of vacation, or even if there is been kind of upset in the area of relationships. We just came out of the the Mercury retrograde. So maybe there were some miscommunications, some things that really weren't conveyed the way you wanted them to be, and vice versa. And it's kind of a way to just really allow those things to be healed, move on from, imperfections of any type of prior communications, or even the way that we think about ourselves. And, give yourself a little break in terms of expectations. So let me take a look here at this star card. So Gemini, the Lover's card is the card for Gemini. And Gemini's ruling planet is Mercury. So here, with the star card, I'm sensing that I need to kind of rest and renew when it comes to communications with someone you're in a relationship with. Okay, I'm going to take these two. You have Two of Swords and Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is, it's about messages that are, can be quick, can be exciting, can be a little sassy. And with the Two of Swords, there's a sense of a stalemate, of really not knowing where to go. So it seems that sometime in cooling things down a bit, making sure that, there is time to consider the facts, that someone's, emotions or desires aren't really running the show, and getting a sense of balance in that relationship. So let's take a look at the Lovers over here. You have the Six of Cups, and this is another card of balance and harmony when it comes to relationships. Perhaps, doing things that you enjoy doing with your significant other, whoever you're dating, whoever your relationship is with, and just kind of doing what you both enjoy and make things easy. So let's take a look at the Four of Coins here. You have Temperance, which is another card of balance and a sense of peace, patience, and actually, blending things together and creating something new. So if there are, tendencies to rush into a decision or to be excited about something versus tendencies to kind of really want to contemplate and think about something, then really trying to blend together those different energies and characteristics for a new approach, something that really will serve as a good foundation for the relationship. And this concept of rest and renewal is kind of shining through in terms of what you need to kind of take a step back and reassess what things work and what things don't work, and ultimately finding a place of balance and agreement where things kind of will work together. So in this message from your higher self, this Moth spirit, surrender now, it's It's a concept of really, again, recognizing what is important and letting go of the things that aren't serving your best and highest good. It may be something that takes time, like a process. It might be something that, you don't really think is that important. But seeing things from another person's perspective, might be helpful. How can you be like, not necessarily saying that you have to constantly consider others above your own wants and needs, but making sure that you're aligned with your truth and that you are like recognizing that there is nothing that is kind of muddying the waters, so to say. Like, if you're someone that likes to get facts, and consider certain things, then making sure that you're not just excessively worrying about things. And if you are, just kind of letting certain things go. If you're the type of person who jumps around from idea to idea, maybe it's a certain, like you're addicted to a certain type of feeling of do this now, or, instant gratification, then, take a look and just like release those things and reassess the situation without that like kind of knee-jerk reaction. But in general, looking at things in terms of what you want to accomplish as opposed to what you need to accomplish, having certain preconceived notions or expectations. With the Ace of Cups, it's an opportunity to really have a new sense of fulfillment of the things that you're pursuing, that and give you actual opportunity to enjoy the process of whatever it is you want to do or you are doing. With the King of Cups here, it's a sense of being in a place of not letting emotions carry you away. Really being steady and grounded, and wanting to share this cup, the contents of that cup, with everyone around you, and having the ability to, know what is just like instant gratification for the here and now, and what is for the long term, for your best and highest good, for the best and highest good of those that you care about. And with the Seven of Cups here, it's a sense of fantasies or expectations, imagination. So there might be a desire to do new things, accomplish new things, and grow. But if there are certain expectations about how those have to come about, then to also surrender those. So let's take a look at the Seven of Cups here. You have the Eight of Pentacles, and this indicates, something that you are working on. Maybe this has to do with a project that you're working on for school or your career. If there is something that you feel you can't live without, because you put so much into it, then kind of reassessing what it how you're looking at a situation or how you're thinking about a situation where it's, you kind of place this value of, that it is more important than your being grounded or centered. Like, what is it that you've actually made it in your mind as something that has to happen or occur, that's related to you feeling a sense of value, or that it reflects a sense of value on you. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups here. You have the Seven of Swords. And that can be a card of liar, stealer, cheater. It can be a card of what is that word? It's escaping me. Imposter syndrome. And also a sense of, doing things a different way. Here, I feel that it is kind of saying with these two sevens, sevens indicating like tests or examinations, that this, how you're allocating your emotions, what you think fills you up, what you need to fill you up, is, it's almost as if you are kind of fooling yourself by having certain expectations on things and how they're supposed to play out. So it's a sense of your higher self is kind of saying, ultimately, is this going to make you happy? Is what you're wanting going to make you happy? Or do you feel like you need to be seen in that way? And kind of just letting you know that when you are going to be given an opportunity or a gift from Spirit or universe of having this ability to really connect with emotions, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to have certain expectations? Or are you going to let it like flow from a more grounded and compassionate place? Or are you going to have almost a sense of like self-judgment on how you should be feeling or how you should be connecting with others? So let's take a look at the King of Cups here. Well, you have the Judgment card. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I just said judgment on how you should be feeling. But this is a call to, surrender what's not for your best and highest good, to really look at what you are maybe holding on to, those expectations that you have for yourself, maybe expectations that you have from, for others, and even a sense of whether or not you are practicing a sense of, spirituality in your life, or the practice that you do have, if it is kind of all over the place, or if there is something that you're actually, connecting to, and if it's something that you feel you need to go through certain motions, or if it's actually giving you a sense of peace and a sense of self and, connection to whatever, I guess everything that is outside of you. in terms of connecting with something that is greater. And here with this Aquarius card, this truth, where truth is leading you, there's this collaborate card, this Aquarius card of collaborate. So here with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, this is a sense of growing in terms of your imagination, your connection to intuition, your connection with spirit, especially since you have this faith card, Hierophant card. And this card here is really a way of connecting with a higher power. It's like teaching you to see the signs of what indicates, something that is greater than you and how to connect to those things. For some of you, it almost feels like this is kind of gearing up for a lifelong commitment, whether that's to another person or to the church or some type of spiritual practice. But here it's kind of saying, like, in terms of expectations, how it is that you communicate with another, how it is that you feel that you need to have certain things in the, in the material world to reflect who you are. It's almost a sense of, recognizing that people's opinions of us, they really shouldn't matter. Our own opinions matter, but if our own opinions are really reflections of what we think other people expect of us, then again, that's almost a sense of self-deception. And if there's something that you are kind of talking yourself into, then recognizing that is not in alignment with your best and highest good. And I keep going back to the Two of Swords and the Page of Wands. These are like energies that are really conflicting. So this may indicate energies within you and your higher self, or you and your significant other, and that need for balance. But I'm drawn to that aspect of it. And with this card of collaborate here, kind of indicates the need for discussions or understanding your community. Who is it that's important to you? Who do you consider to be your community? Who is I guess, what ideologies do you have? Are they based on how you expect other people to see you? And kind of look at that. The Page of Cups is also about like looking at the world through the eyes of a child with possibilities, not certain expectations. And Knight of Cups is about, messages of love, giving and receiving love, and a pursuit even of connection with another person, and connection even with a higher power. So let's take a look at the Page of Cups over here. You have the Empress, and this is a card of sensuality, sexuality, abundance, being connected to creativity, and not having any lack. So again, that concept of limitless possibilities. Let's take a look at the Knight of Cups over here. You have the Three of Cups. That's a celebration of friendships, celebration of your relationships with friends, family, and kind of finding who your people are, not your tribe. Like if there is a sense of kind of convincing yourself in terms of who your tribe is, and you know who you think your tribe should be. So it is a sense with this this Aquarius, this collaborate card, and the star card here, which is also the card for Aquarius. That sense of balance and sense of healing. So, it does indicate your relationships with others. Perhaps you put other people's needs before yours. But these swords right here, the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it's a sense of kind of not really knowing how to participate in something, and really not wanting to be seen in a certain way. So let's take a look at the Faith card over here, which is kind of a card to indicate when you've done all you think you can do to accomplish a goal, to heal something, to achieve something, and you really don't feel like that outcome has come, about, then an understanding that there is that faith, that sense of hope, that you try a different approach, you keep trying, that there will be an answer there. And it's also a card to indicate that there are signs to follow on, kind of signs, symbols, rituals that you can follow to be more connected to your true self and the truth that you're trying to portray. So here with the Knight of Pentacles, this is the slowest, one of the slowest moving knights. I'd say Knight of Cups is also a slow moving knight, but this is a slow moving knight that is about reputation, responsibility, enjoying the process of creating their future, really being trustworthy and being true to themselves. They are not on anyone else's schedule. They don't have anything else to do but live authentically for themselves. And if there are things that need to be done that really no one else wants to do, it's not popular to do, Knight of Pentacles does this because there's something greater at stake than instant gratification. So what I'm kind of overall seeing here with the message from the unconscious mind of a sense of balance is needed between you and your true desires and making other people happy, with this message from your higher self of really taking an honest reflection of how you give yourself, or how you might not be living authentically, and giving space for letting go of what's no longer for your best and highest good, so that you can really focus on the type of a person that you want to be, and then the truth leading you to a more unbounded view of things, where there's potential to really tap into the truth of who you are, your authentic self. And it may be something that takes time for you to develop, but connecting with your authentic self, connecting to your higher self, to that sense of something greater than yourself, and really cherishing who you are as that person, and the people that you surround yourself with that will appreciate the authentic you. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.